me asking you a tough question like that, and then you legit being like, what? How am I going to answer a question like that? You were still able to give that anecdote of wisdom, that nugget of genius, which is what's actually required if you're in that situation.
Right.
Which is digging deep and finding it within yourself.
Oh yeah, we've all been there. You know what I'm saying? Especially people that are finding that seat right here. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I've been there, you've been there, and you don't know how to get out of it until you know, reach deep down inside, you know, and try and start to answer to some of the questions that you might have for yourself. And that's where it starts, I feel like, you know, getting to know yourself.
Earlier, we kind of alluded to how, especially men, but many modern humans, especially in the West, who have the luxury to think about these things, don't have outlets of decompression to reassure their sanity and find confidence and meaning in their life. But because, like you just said, you and I are blessed to have people like that we surround ourselves with, what sort of advice would you give somebody who may not have or may not be as blessed to have a team around them or a group of people around them to help keep them accountable, to help them find meaning, and to essentially help sharpen their iron?
Man, that's tough, bro. Because that's a tough position for anybody that's not surrounded by positiveness to be positive. You know what I'm saying? So that's, I feel like in a certain way, you might have to be selfish and try and reach down deep inside yourself and, you know, try and figure out what it is that, you know, you need to do in order to, you know, try and change the surroundings around yourself, you know, which is hard for a lot of people to do.
Man.
You know, especially when they're not around
people to show them that way of being.
Most definitely. And so if for somebody to try and find somebody else to do it for them when they're not in that situation, you have to search. You have to go out of your way and put yourself in other positions, you know, and, you know, around people that are not winning necessarily, but like, you know, living the life that you think that you want to live, you know what I'm saying? And trying to build that relationship with somebody.
Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who can help you facilitate the lifestyle that you see yourself living.
Most definitely. But you have to, in your head, believe that you want to do that.
Right.
You know?
So that's the crux of the original question is if you don't have people to help you find that want, is how do you find that? And I know it's a crazy question to ask somebody, right? But the way you eventually, or the way you almost immediately concluded and answered that question was, if you don't have anybody, you got to be selfish. Now, that's a devilish line to play, especially like if you don't have a moral compass, a religious structure in place to give you a certain ethical foundation where you know what the limits of that selfishness actually is, like not just murdering people, right? You end up realizing the only place that you can find salvation when you don't have anything external to give you that salvation or guidance towards that salvation is the salvation internally. And again, that's what the beauty of Christianity comes in, because Christianity, like Judaism, but Christianity in particular, in the way in which it amplifies and articulates these sort of passages and meanings, which is God sits at the seat of your soul. In the 17th chapter of Luke, Jesus is asked by a bunch of Pharisees, where is heaven? Like, where is God? And Jesus in the 17th chapter of Luke says, the kingdom of heaven isn't here or there. The kingdom of heaven is within you. So if you don't have anybody to give you guidance to this external kingdom of heaven, you're going to end up realizing nobody external could have given you that in the first place. It's always been within you.
That's the only way.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like me asking you a tough question like that and then you legit being like, what? How am I going to answer a question like that? You were still able to give that anecdote of wisdom, that nugget of genius, which is what's actually required if you're in that situation.
Right.
Which is digging deep and finding it within yourself.
Oh yeah, we've all been there. You know what I'm saying? Especially people that are finding that seat right here. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I've been there, you've been there, and you don't know how to get out of it until you reach deep down inside, and try and start to answer to some of the questions that you might have for yourself. And that's where it starts, I feel like, getting to know yourself.
So the practical discipline and the practical application of how do I do that, though? How do I dig deep? How do I find the seed of God at the seat of my heart? Like, how do I find that?
Mm-hmm.
I think the best answer is, were you going to say something? I think the best answer personally is getting your physical right. Because if you start tracking your macronutrients, eating clean and working out fundamentally, you'll start cleaning up all the garbage chemicals in your body that nearly entice and incentivize that negative mindset that doesn't allow you to find that meaning within.
Right.
So because guess what? Not just by cleaning up the chemicals in your body do you start finding that clearer. It's in conquering minor goals, micro goals, because we're talking about macronutrients, right? Macro.
Mm-hmm.
In conquering micro goals like eating clean and tracking your macros for 2 weeks, you end up realizing I did something consistently for 2 weeks and achieved it. Then if you work out consistently, you get the same level of fulfillment. On an even more microcosmic level, you get that same level of fulfillment as you leave the gym. That runner's high.
Mm-hmm.
Because in your body, whenever you go work out and actually exert effort and energy, your body releases endocannabinoids. That's right, cannabinoids, which is like that runner's high, right?
Yeah.
So it's when you realize there is worthiness found in the discipline of just doing something.
Yeah.
That's just secondary to the actual growth you get in terms of the change in your body's chemistry, in that you will be operating off better fuels, you'll look better, feel better, and then you'll have the goals set and achieved of tracking your macros and of working out and of doing the subtle things on a physical level, where you'll have no choice but to have subtle dubs and subtle anecdotes of meaning.
Most definitely. And you're right. You know what I'm saying? It does start, with being physical or, getting some type of activity in those minor goals, looking back whenever I got out of college and stopped cutting hair and realizing that, I should have kept doing what I was doing. And by me not doing what I was supposed to be doing led to me not feeling great about myself, So once unfulfilled. So once I did get back on that and, I quit my job, went to school, just automatically from the jump, you feel better. You know what I'm saying?
That fulfillment.
That fulfillment, you're getting that. And same thing. I mean, obviously same thing goes with working out. You know what I'm saying? And then, accomplishing one baby goal and then getting to the next baby goal. And then next thing you know, you got a grown man as goal. You know what I'm saying?
Full of baby goals, right?
Exactly.
It's like lining up each individual domino. And then at the end of the day, when you knock them down, you've got 50 dominoes locked down or lined up that you've knocked down that produce this beautiful pattern that you can find fulfillment and joy that I guess people who line up dominoes find in fulfillment when they knock the bitches down.
Hey, there's something
mesmerizing about that, bro.
Facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just crazy because my mom today, like, I had a break in between a client and stuff like that, and she could just tell that, I feel better. You know what I'm saying? And not that I didn't feel good before. You know what I'm saying? But it's just being like the way I carry myself more, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even with, going through certain things here and there, just having faith in, that everything's going to be cool,
Man. I think this went pretty well for our first podcast, bro.
I agree. I'm ready for the next one.
Yeah, man. Real stuff.
Hell yeah.
And this can be a recurring thing. You know what I mean? Do you have any aspirations to start your own podcast or like do your own content or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. On the content aspect, that's kind of already started, on a smaller scale through Instagram and obviously TikTok and stuff like that.
Nice. Is your TikTok and Instagram the same handle?
Yeah. So they're both Fade and Full, FADENFULL. And as far as podcast comes, we're definitely working on something in the studio that I'm at right now. So we'll probably have some coming out hopefully soon, you know.
Yeah. If you ever need help with that or like a guest or anything like that, feel free to holler at me, brother.
Hell yeah, you down to get your hair cut?
That'll be good. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah. We could do that. Yeah.
I mean, are you growing it out or?
Right now, I'm in like a medium.
Yeah.
Like a middle phase of like, I don't know what I want to do.
I mean, you can join the long hair, don't care.
That's what I was saying. So even in that sense, you could like trim it up, line me up, and we can still have that convo. That'd be dope.
Yeah, let's go, bro.
Have you been, because you also rap, bro. That's what people don't realize. Like you in music, like you got a creative genius in you that it wouldn't, to me, it would be a disservice for you to not put content out there because of like how I truly respect and view your creative genius.
Most definitely.
Have you been writing any music or producing anything lately?
We got stuff on the back burner right now.
Nice.
As far as me personally, I'm more focused on kind of getting this off the ground as far as the haircut stuff goes. But, me and all my brothers, do music, and so they're always working on it, you know, and which in turn, gets me in there. Right. And so to answer your question, I have been writing, but it's more not for my own stuff.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? As far as like my stuff goes, I got plans for that, at a later date. I want to come correct. I don't want to just saying, hey, yo, I rap, check out this song or this video. I want to come with some shit.
Right, we want to come correct, especially because right now your efforts and energy are just directed and guided elsewhere. So it's like you can only handle so much on your plate.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
It's a lot, but most definitely. My brother Raymond, guys, tap in with him.
Shout out Raymond.
He's probably working the most music wise every day, bro. So
you guys all got like a good sound. So
yeah.
The reason I was asking that, I was almost gonna do. I wish I had like a.
Oh, shit. You gonna throw on an instrumental?
Nah,
put me on the spot.
We gonna do that.
That's hilarious.
It's so funny because next time I get a rap, like somebody who's trying to promote their music on here, I'm immediately gonna be like, all right, bro, like I'm gonna have my stuff set up, 5 Finger of Death freestyle.
Let's get this shit rocking. Oh shit, I got a perfect person for that.
Yeah, straight up, yeah.
For real.
Kind of tying it all back together is, it's amazing to see how far we've come since how long we've known each other, since we were kids, teenagers. And it's even more amazing to see the consistency in our optimization as entrepreneurial mindseted individuals who are trying to do this from the ground up. And it's one thing to try and fail, but it's another thing to truly get out your comfort zone and find comfort in that uncomfort. And you being, like I said, an alpha man who's already on his grind to come in a place like this twice a week when we box, to get out that comfort zone and find comfort in that uncomfort when you're fighting through that fatigue and you're really sitting here like, Mitch, I will beat your ass. Like that is so inspiring and reassuring to someone like me who is usually that person that acts as a beacon of inspiration towards others. And I just want to say, like, truly, man, that's something that's worthy of applauding and giving praise to, especially going forward, that now that we're back in the gym.
Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. You know what I'm saying? How you might look to somebody else. Not saying that I think I look bad, you know what I'm saying? But just to get the reassurance, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's real shit, you know?
Hell yeah, brother.
And vice versa, you know what I'm saying? And, a lot of this stuff doesn't have to go, we don't have to say it because, what's understood doesn't need to be said, you know what I'm saying? So, but, that's, like I said, vice versa, bro. That's exactly, or else I wouldn't be here.
100%.
I wouldn't be putting my time, my energy into something that I didn't think
was worth it
or destined for greatness. You know 100%. What I'm saying? So all we can do is just continue sharpening each other's iron, bro.
I swear, brother. Yeah. This is good, man. Well, it was great having you on, brother. And like I said, we'll keep doing this more often. I can't wait to do your podcast, and we'll keep this content rolling, brother.